the Sun City Group 61st Macau Grand Prix.
The time now is
7:45.
The time check was brought to you by Seiko.
Welcome back. The Center for Food and Safety has found that people in Hong Kong are consuming too much salt and sugar. The government will work with the food industry on ways of reducing sodium and sugar content in their products. Owen Fung reports.
According to the center, daily consumption of sugar and sodium in Hong Kong is above levels recommended by the World Health Organization or WHO. Hong Kong's daily sodium intake is said to be at 9 to 10 grams, which is roughly double the WHO recommended amount. And the centre estimates that nearly 30% of people in the city consume more than 50 grams of sugar per day.
Now, if we have an excessive sodium intake, we will have a higher risk of hypertension, fatal stroke and coronary heart disease. And an excessive intake of sugar will affect our body weight and increase the risk of dental caries.
Ho added that the government has established an international advisory panel to tackle the issue.
So it means healthy aging, less health and need for health and social services, better health for people. The potential is huge.
Authorities will try and persuade the food industry to voluntarily lower the sodium and sugar content in their products. The government is unclear on what it would do if the industry refuses to cooperate, but the panel will meet again next May, and it's hoped that more concrete plans will be put forward by then. The Department of Health will also take urine samples to come up with more accurate measurements of people's sugar and sodium intake. Owen Fung, TVB News.
The Consumer Council expressed disappointment today after finding some undesirable trade practices still exist despite stricter regulations governing the sale of first-hand properties. As Liz Yoon reports, the council thinks authorities should be doing more to enforce the law.
The Consumer Council interviewed 602 potential property buyers this year to see how effective the residential properties first-hand sales ordinance has been in protecting consumer interests. In a survey, many said they had heard of the law, but only a few said they understood it. It found a number of trade practices that could seriously undermine consumers' rights. For example, it uncovered many instances of property developments that exploited a loophole in the law that creates confusion over the number of units that are up for sale. The loophole allows developers to release property units in small batches, a trade practice that could influence the supply situation and encourage market speculation. The council also saw problems in the method of property sales by computer ballot drawing. Estate agencies were found to persuade prospective buyers to submit extra ballots and would offer to lend them cashier records to pay for the deposits of the ballots, which aren't paid unless the deal is confirmed. This lures indecisive prospective buyers into the ballot drawing and in turn allows developers to grossly inflate market response in the property sales. And such lending practice in fact violates the estate agents' authorities' guidelines. The council also said many prospective buyers were given great pressure to make quick purchase decisions after ballot results were out. In one case, only 3 minutes were given to make a decision. No one has been prosecuted more than a year and a half after the ordinance was implemented.
The law is there already, so it's just a matter of enforcement, to strengthen the enforcement and also to increase the penalty.
The consumer watchdog said the law also needs to be amended to plug loopholes and better protect consumers' rights. For example, it suggested the cooling-off period be increased from 5 working days to 2 weeks, and if the buyer decides not to buy the property in the end, the rate of deposit forfeited should be lowered. In light of common complaints by consumers about property defects, the Consumer Council also suggests the authority amend relevant regulations to lengthen defects liability period from 6 months to a year or 2. Liz Yun, TVB News.
China's new J-31 stealth fighter made its public debut at the Zhuhai Air Show today. And today marks the 65th anniversary of the founding of the People's Liberation Army Air Force. J-10 fighter jets of the PLA August 1st aerobatic team kicked off the celebrations. Then a Y-20 transport plane put up a flight demonstration. The groundbreaking debut of the J-31 stealth fighter is another highlight of the event. The air show, which features more than 120 planes, will last until Sunday.
Mexico's president enjoyed smooth sailing in his first year and a half in office, but now he's facing major problems. As Enrique Peña Nieto attends a summit in China, angry protesters armed with bats and shields forced the closure of the airport in the resort city of Acapulco. They're demanding justice for 43 students reportedly massacred. Local government officials, corrupt police, gunmen, and a local drug gang cooperated in the abduction and suspected murder in the state of Guerrero back in September. The shocking case has ruined the president's efforts to focus public attention away from violence and on to economic reforms. Chris, on to you for sports.
And something a little bit surprising to start us off. Music star Vanessa Mae has been banned for 4 years from all skiing competitions after sports authorities found her guilty of taking part in Sochi Olympic qualification events, which were rigged. The International Ski Federation found results of her 4 giant slalom races were manipulated in January in Slovenia. Novak Djokovic began the defense of his ATP World Tour Finals title with a straight sets victory over Marin Cilic of Croatia. He wrapped up his opening round-robin match in impressive fashion, taking only 56 minutes to win, 6-1, and then again 6-1. And in doing so, he moved 2 victories away from sealing the year-end #1 spot and improved his record against the U.S. Open champ to 11 wins. Football news, and Real Madrid star Cristiano Ronaldo picked up even more awards for his exploits on the pitch, and David Moyes is returning to football management after his disastrous time in charge of Manchester United. Tony Sabine reports.
7 months after getting sacked as manager of Manchester United, David Moyes has re-emerged as the man to lead Real Sociedad. The Scot has agreed to an 18-month contract to manage the Spanish club, which is currently languishing in 15th place despite a win over champions Atletico Madrid on the weekend. Moyes was chosen to succeed Alex Ferguson at Old Trafford, but lasted just 10 months as United finished the season in 7th place and failed to reach the Champions League for the first time in 19 years. Moyes' first game in charge of Sociedad will be away to Deportivo La Coruña on the 23rd of November. Staying in Spain, and Cristiano Ronaldo picked up even more awards last night, hosted by Marca, the country's top sporting newspaper. The Real Madrid forward walked away with the prize for the top goalscorer and best player of the season. Atletico Madrid coach Diego Simeone was named best coach for guiding his team to the championship last season. Tony Sabine, TVB News.
Young, unattached people on the mainland are celebrating Singles Day today. It's also an occasion marked by an annual online shopping spree. Just 15 hours into today's event, more than 39 billion yuan, or $6.4 billion US dollars worth of goods, was sold on the e-commerce giant Alibaba's website. For delivery workers, it's also one of the busiest times of the year. Singles Day was started by Chinese college students in the 1990s as a version of Valentine's Day for single people. The timing is based on the date November 11th, or 11/11 for singles. In the last few years, however, the celebration has turned into a major e-commerce shopping event as sellers of everything take advantage of the marketing opportunity. And for consumers, it offers a chance to snap up as many bargains as they can. And that is a wrap of our news.
Good night.
I was trained to track the most vicious criminals on the planet, serial killers. Catching Joe Carroll cost me everything and everyone. Now we all want to believe he's dead, but I say he's out there. I'm going to find him. And I want revenge.
Every Monday to Thursday, the following Season 2 on Pearl's Midnight Drama. It's the annual competition of originality, creativity, determination.
It represents where I want to be as a chef.
And flavor.
Simply amazing.
Start believing in yourself a little bit more.
Thursday and Friday, MasterChef, Season 4, at 8:30 on Pearl. Suit up with Daniel Wu. Experience the city's vibrancy with race car driver Daryl O'Young. Check out pet-friendly furniture with your animal companions. And make a bold fashion statement with sophisticated timepieces. Thursday night, Dolce Vita at 10 on Pearl. Sun Life Financial presents The Weather Report is brought to you by Sun Life Financial.
Good evening. The weather was mainly cloudy. There were bright periods in the afternoon. And as the night situation chart shows, the northeast monsoon persists over the South China coast. Up to 5 p.m., temperatures ranged from 22.8 to 25 degrees. And the relative humidity was between 76 and 83%. Moderate east to northeasterly winds. The current temperature is now 24 degrees Celsius, with the relative humidity standing at 81%. So Freddie, how's the weather tomorrow?
Oh.
It will be cloudy with 1 or 2 rain patches overnight. Slightly cooler tomorrow with temperatures ranging between 21 and 23 degrees. It will be mainly cloudy in the next few days. Tomorrow's air quality health index will range from low to moderate. The maximum UV index forecast for tomorrow will be about 4. And here's the latest global weather update. Sunny in Shanghai, cloudy in Xiamen. Cloudy in Guangzhou and Chengdu. Sunny in Beijing, rain in Seoul, cloudy in Tokyo. Thunderstorms in Bangkok, showers in Manila. Thunderstorms in Kuala Lumpur, rain in Jakarta. Sunny in New Delhi and Karachi, cloudy in Mumbai. Rain in Cairo. Showers in Brisbane, bright in Sydney, sunny in Melbourne, showers in Auckland. Cloudy in Toronto, rain in New York. Sunny in Vancouver, showers in Los Angeles. Showers in London, Paris and Amsterdam, cloudy in Frankfurt, showers in Zurich. That's the weather. Have a lovely evening.
It was brought to you by Sun Life Financial. Life's brighter under the sun. From hell to home, Gordon Ramsay is once again cooking up a storm.
My mouth is salivating.
This time with his family.
Dad, shouldn't Annie be doing the cooking because she's the better cook?
Excuse me.
Wednesday, Gordon Ramsay's Ultimate Home Cooking at 8 on Pearl.